Good evening, I'm Dr. Amit Mahajan. Today we'll start with directly the narration of the poem and we'll discuss in 2 minutes later on what is the beauty of this poem. And I'm not going to tell the name of the poet, as once you go through it, you will come to know. Stopping by the woods on a snowy evening. Whose woods are these, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy fleck. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. And miles to go before I sleep. Robert Frost, the legendary Robert Frost. Now, when I first listened to this poem, maybe I was in middle school or going to the high school, and 3 decades ago, we used to welcome our language teacher with very droopy eyes, saying that we have to go miles to go before you start in our sleep. And today, in a time of realization, when I look back, I felt we did a very big injustice to a very simple romantic poem. Of course, well said and done, because Robert Frost published this poem in 1923, and he was or is still considered one of the most legendary poets of all times, of American literature also. But I felt today that it's a moment of realization. Somewhere when you go through life, you understand certain things. This poem is also one of those. Those very dark, dreary metaphors like snowy evening, woods, stopping, it all, if you look at it in today's context of our decade, who is in 30s or 40s, that there comes a point in everyone's life, all of us, where we want to stop and we want to hang our boots and just call it a day and walk into the sunset. But however illusionarily beautiful or nice it looks, sometimes the time has not come. That's the only message of the third stanza of this poem, and that's the most wise explanation that I have seen, because that metaphor used by Robert Frost, the harness shake, is like, come back to your senses. It's not yet. The time has not yet come to hang your boots. So this is something, and today I call it as an awareness poem, and as always, very beautiful. I am not a literary person, so the rhyme, the syllables, and whatever rhythm used in this poem, for a literature lover like me, it's all very beautiful. Thank you for listening.